Hi everyone. So now I'm going to take this daytime look that I've already done and turn it into a more intense, slightly darker, more defined nighttime look using the same colours apart from the lips, and I'll add a little bit more into the cheeks, but just to show you how you can take so the day look and then sort of add a little bit more oomph to it to achieve a more night look. Okay, so what I'll do first is darken up my eye area. Okay, so taking the brow definer, this one here, and an angled brush, just dusting some off onto my hand first and just going back over the brows and filling them in nicely. So as I said before in my previous video, that I like my brows quite dramatic and defined. And if you need to, you can sort of fix things up a little bit. Smudged it a little bit. There. And I can take the brow pencil, which I like to use just on the ends to get a more sharper tip going on. So I bring that down through here, just gently, and that brings that through there. And then I take the brow powder over it, which helps to just tie in the colour as well and helps to set it. Okay, so I can do the same on the other side. Like so. Okay, so the brows had a little bit of a darken up. Next, I'm going to darken up the eye colour itself. So the colours that I used before the base was Crush on You, and the brown is called Chocolate Kisses. So I'm going to take the brown again, and just using the wet applicator, I'm going to add more, just to darken that up. Okay. So just taking it through there, down into the lash line. Again, doing a sort of a curve over the brow bone area, not taking the colour itself up too high on my shape of eyes, leaving a bit of space at the top to allow room for blending. Okay, so you can see that that's quite a bit more colour and depth going on there now. Then I take my first one, which was just the base colour, and then just blending that in. Again, I still want it nicely blended, so you can't see where one necessarily starts and stops. Okay, and you can just keep adding colour until you reach your desired level. Everybody's different on how much colour they like to wear. I go between wearing minimal makeup to wearing a lot of colour, depending on my mood. And that's the fabulous thing about makeup, is you can change your look depending on how you feel. So adding more to the other side as well. Bringing that around. So I really like these these eyeshadows. They are pressed nicely into the pan. They do have minimal fallout, so minimal mess that you have to clean up, which is great, because that's really quite annoying sometimes. And the colours are really good, nice pigments. Like so. Okay, so you can see that I've darkened both those sides up there. Okay. And then what we can do is add a little bit more to the underneath as well. So we're going to darken up under here. So again, just turn that applicator on its side. Okay, adding more colour there. A little dust. Then what I'm going to do now is use a slightly darker eyeliner this time. Before I use the dark brown, this time I'm going to use Coca. Okay, so bringing that in here, starting at the outside and working your way in. See that? And same on the other side. These pencils are really nice and soft, so you don't have to be rough with your eyes to try and get the colour on. And they're just a sharpened sort of scenario using a pencil sharpener. Okay, so that's that first bit. Then I'm going to actually do some underneath this time as well. So taking again from the outside, I like to go just under the lash line rather than on the waterline. Like so. And bringing that all the way through. Now what I also like to do from here is taking a blending sort of brush like this one here. I dip that in the brown that I've used, so into the Chocolate Kisses, and then I go into the eyeliner just to blend that in a little bit. Now this helps to soften it so it's not quite as harsh, and just blends that colour in. And mainly just do this on the bottom. So you've still got the depth there, but it just sort of smudges it a little bit. Okay, so that's looking a little bit more dramatic now, isn't it? So from there you can take a little bit of your base colour again and add a little bit more light in here, if you choose, through the top. So. Cool. Okay, then I'm going to add some more mascara. So before I just had it on the top and I didn't have any on the bottom. So I'm going to add a little bit more to the top. And then work some into the bottom as well. Like so. Okay. Now there's some other products that I can tell you about now as well, which are these Iraves. Now, these little things here, okay? They come in a whole bunch of different colours. So we've got gold, silver, we've got like a sort of champagne-y white, blues and greens. What else we got? Some purples, a plum, and like an icy blue. These are great for adding a little bit of a pop of colour, a little bit of sparkle. So the two that I'm looking at the moment is Champagne. Okay, so you just twist the lid off and then we've got a little applicator there. So that's quite a sparkly one. And then this one here is more of a bronzy one. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of the sparkly one because we're turning this into a night look. So we can add a little bit of, just a little touch of magic as such. Okay, so it's a little bit of mascara, get rid of you. For this one, I'm just going to gently just put a little bit in here. Like that. These are really easy to use. And if you like, you can take a brush and just gently move that around a little bit. Or if you want to, you can do it this way and sort of take a little bit off the brush and control it wherever you want. Okay, so there's a little bit on the top, and I'm going to chuck a little bit just in the corner of the eye here, like so. And just blend that in. And that's all I want to do for that one there. So that colour that I've used just then is called Champagne, and that's in the Iraves. Okay. Just get some wee dust. Okay, so the eyes are looking quite dramatic and a little bit sparkly now. Now I need to just darken up the cheek area a little bit and change the lips out. So what we can do is take the colour that we had before, which was the Cedarwood blush, okay, and we can add a little bit more of that in into a few little spots. Contour down the nose, and if you wanted to, you can also add in some blush colour at this point as well. So one that could be quite nice, there's a few different options. All the cosmetics and all the foundations, the eyeshadows and everything are all broken down into the 4 seasons, so it makes it nice and easy for you to find the colours that you like and that suit your skin tone. So for me, I'm a winter, so I tend to stick to the darker shades of the cool spectrum. Okay, so here's some examples of the summer and winter ones, which are the cool shades. So again, these are the magnetic ones, so you can pop into a compact and build your own magnetic compact, or you can get them singly in their own little compact. So there's a few options there. Also got these little really pretty rose blush bouquets. So I'm going to use a little bit of this one just for fun. So taking a blusher brush, where would I find all those? Just another brush. Okay, so just dabbing a little bit into here and then coming through here. Which gives me a nice pretty blush through the cheek area. Okay, if you want, and if you need to, you can tone it down. If you've gone a little bit too heavy, it is easier to take just a little bit of the colour away. Okay, now the lips. So the lips, at the moment, I've just got the Lilac Mist lip gloss on. So probably for a nighttime look, or for this, what's going on here, it's probably just a little bit too light. So I'm just going to take that off. You could choose a darker shade. There's other lip glosses that are darker. But I'm going to put a lipstick on. So just take that off. So the colour that I'm going to use is Berrylicious. Okay, and there's also lip liners as well, a whole bunch of lip liners. So lots of different colours there. So find one that is sort of in the same kind of family as the Berrylicious. That one there will do. So this one is called Berry Pretty. Sharpen. Okay, so with the lip liner, it's hard to talk into it at the same time. Really handy for lining out the lips and helping to prevent any lipstick bleed, especially on a more mature skin. When the lips start to lose their sort of firmness and their definition around the outsides, it helps to keep the colour in where you want it to be. Also, if you've got an uneven shape, you can use the lip liner to get the shape right before you put the lipstick on. Okay, so I put it on the whole lip rather than just the line on the outside. Like so. Okay, so that's all over. And then this one here, lipstick. So taking the colour off. And popping that through. Really pretty colour. These lipsticks are really lush on the lips. They don't dry your lips out at all. Really nourishing, moisturising, and a really great selection of colours. Cool. I'm a bit fanatic when it comes to the lips. I like to take my time, not rush these things, especially when using darker colours, and reds especially, making sure that they are nice and even and are looking great. So just a final little look just to see how everything's going, making sure everything is all blended in nicely. And there we go. So we've gone from a natural day look through to quite a dramatic, more evening look. So to recap, what I did is darken up the eyebrows, used the same eyeshadows again, so the Crush on You, which was the base, and the Chocolate Kisses, which was the darker of the brown. For the eyeliner, I used Coca, that one there, and the pencil. And then for the blusher, Cedarwood was the contour blush to start off with, and then I popped a little bit of the rose petal on there. So that's from the Blush Bouquet. This comes in a few different shades again as well. So that was the rose petal shade. And then lips, the pencil that I used was Berry Pretty, followed by Berrylicious. Okay, so that was the combo there. Okay. And then the only other thing was the Irave, and that was the wee sparkle that I chucked in, and that was the champagne. So there you have it, all ready for a night out, something a little bit, slightly a bit more fancy, and yeah, hope you like it. Actually, you got nothing on your teeth. And yeah, let me know what you think of the colours again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.